What's up, YouTube? This is That PlayStation Gamer. Quickly giving you guys my thoughts about Square Enix essentially selling off their Western developers, most notably Eidos Montreal and Crystal Dynamics. Really doesn't come as a shock when you think about it. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I was gonna predict like this was gonna happen, and I thought Sony was gonna come in and swoop them. No, I didn't think any of that would happen. But when you look at all Square Enix's studios and all the IPs they own, to be honest, Crystal Dynamics, besides the first Tomb Raider reboot, really never had like a huge hit. But then, of course, they had the Avengers game, which was a complete and utter fucking disaster of a video game. Then, of course, you have Eidos Montreal, which you could say their games were better. The Deus Ex games were pretty dang good for the most part. And Guardians of the Galaxy, if you guys don't know, I did an entire playthrough of, is actually a pretty well done game. In fact, I would put it up on the same level as the Insomniac Spider-Man games. But unfortunately, what has happened is those studios, they really haven't pulled in the money. And if I was, CEO of Square Enix, I was in charge, I'd be probably looking at selling those studios off too. And it wasn't even like a Microsoft or Sony bought them. It was like this third-party conglomerate group. I'm not 100% sure on the details. But yeah, and now Square Enix just has their Japanese studios, the Final Fantasies, the Dragon Age, the Kingdom Hearts, that stuff. And now some people are wondering, is Sony going to kind of come in and, try to swoop the Japanese studios? Because if you guys don't know, legally Microsoft actually can't. Because from what I heard, supposedly the law in Japan says a Western company can't buy an Eastern company, like Square Enix. But if you guys don't know, well, obviously Sony's a Japanese, company, and they could probably buy up Square Enix. But I put that like in a, possible but unlikely scenario, just because I don't think Square, after all this, is going to want to bow to anyone until, I don't know, until like Final Fantasy 16 only sells like 50,000 copies. If that happens, then they would probably consider it. But for the most part, I don't see anyone buying up Square Enix now. The dead weight's been cut, and yeah, it sucks, but, at the same time, when you're running a multi-million-dollar company, when you're looking to trim the fat, you gotta look to trim the fat. It sucks, but it is what it is. So what do you guys think of this whole thing? Do you think Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix is screwed? Or do you think this is just them trimming the fat, just like any other company would? Like, let's leave this as a good example. If 343 wasn't pulling in the big money, if they weren't making any money off their games and their games weren't selling well, Microsoft would more likely cut them off, or they would, trim them down. But that's my whole take on this thing. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Peace out and have a good day.